In an interview on the UFC YouTube channel, Paddy Pimblett was asked questions by the fans like you and like me. And they were talking about who does he like to come back to the UFC and face. And he did say he does like a Matt Frevola comeback fight in the UFC lightweight division. Matt Frevola is currently ranked in the lightweight division right in there at number 15. He's going to move up to number 14 now that Damir Ismagulov is no longer in the UFC. First round knockout wins over and over and over again on Atman Azaitar, Gennaro Valdez, and Drew Dober. Also beating top 15 Jalen Turner earlier in his career. Only losing to Arman Tsarukyan, who we've seen do very, very good things since then. And then to Terrence McKinney. And a fight with him and Paddy Pimblett makes sense if you think about it. I mean, him beating Luigi Vendramini, knocking him out, finishing Rodrigo Vargas, finishing Jordan Levitt, and then having, sort of a robbery type of situation against Jared Gordon there. You could argue that he could get a top 15 fight. But a lot of people like to say, no, that was a robbery. We got to give him someone else. Who else makes sense for Paddy at this point? He just beat number 33 in Jared Gordon. There's really nobody else out there that's like a winnable fight for him and a decent enough step up after the Jared Gordon fight. Obviously, they could do the Jared Gordon rematch, but a Matt Frevola fight does make a lot of sense. Matt Frevola says he wants it. Paddy Pimblett just said he wanted the fight. And it would be amazing because Frevola, a lot of the fights he loses, like the Arman Tsarukyan fight, he's getting taken down and controlled. So if Paddy is able to get the fight to the mat, there could be problems there. But if Frevola keeps it on the feet, there are huge problems for Paddy Pimblett on the feet. So an early prediction for that one in the UFC's lightweight division, I'm going to have to go with my man Matt Frevola to get the TKO in round number 2 and ruin the Paddy Pimblett hype. But just say Paddy wins that fight, wins a few more, has an up and down okay career, still maintains some level of star status in the UFC's lightweight division, and just say, for example, Ilia loses to Volkanovski, and then wins a few more fights, and it's like, it's not really worth it to do an Alexander Volkanovski fight anymore, do another fight, Ilia versus Volkanovski 2. Well, my man Paddy Pimblett said that in the future, he would love to do an Ultimate Fighter season with Ilia Topuria for a lightweight fight. My man Paddy the Baddy wants the beef to continue. They had a lot of beef in their first encounter a while back when Ilia beat Jai Herbert, and I'm forgetting who Paddy beat on the card as well. But they have a lot of beef with each other. If Ilia does go out and lose to Alexander Volkanovski, maintains some more wins, beats Brian Ortega, maybe beats Yair, and Paddy can break inside of the top 10 of the lightweight division, it's possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's possible we could legitimately get one of the funniest, and strangest Ultimate Fighter coaches of all time. Ilia Topuria and Paddy the Baddy as coaches against each other would be absolutely bonkers. And I would be laughing my way the whole way through that entire season, and Paddy and Ilia would be laughing their way to the bank because that season would 100% do numbers. And again, I think Paddy loses to Matt Frevola, so I don't really see Paddy rising up the ranks to where an Ilia Topuria fight would make sense. But again, if Paddy wins against Frevola, you look at the UFC lightweight rankings, maybe they put him against Dan Hooker, and somehow he's able to go out there and win that fight. Then, if Ilia loses to Volkanovski, there's legitimate ways you can make and argue an Ilia Topuria Paddy Pimblett fight. Again, I don't think it would happen, but it would be absolutely hilarious, and I'd love to see it. So, Paddy Pimblett against Ilia Topuria on the Ultimate Fighter 2025. I'd love to see it. I would go Ilia by TKO, round number 2, but, I mean, who wouldn't want to see this? Who wouldn't want to see that? That just makes me giddy.